Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Legal Suit Decoded, where justice meets comedy. Tonight we've got legal updates so bizarre that it makes the Supreme Court look like a PTA meeting gone wrong. Grab all the tea you could find because we're unraveling the unholy trinity of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and something called DOGE. So let's set the stage. It's February 2025, and Trump's back in office trying to save America again. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is somewhere between launching unnecessary satellites and randomly firing Twitter engineers for correcting his math. And then, out of nowhere, bang! Trump creates DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, a department so paradoxically named it should have its sitcom. And who better to lead this grand vision than the man himself, Elon Musk? Because when you think about government transparency, the first name that comes to mind is a guy who once sold flamethrowers for fun, or a billionaire to put it all simply. Now, in a perfect world, such an enormous restructuring of government would go through Congress. But who needs all that when you have executive orders and an unchecked ego? Trump simply signed the order, handed Musk the keys, and called it a day. It's like if a landlord gave a raccoon a lease to the Empire State Building and then just hoped for the best. But wait, this story gets even better. Because as soon as DOGE took over, Musk did exactly what you'd expect Musk to do: start breaking things under the banner of innovation. Let me just set the picture for you. You work for a government agency, trying to coordinate important efforts, and suddenly, you can't even send an email. It's like waking up to find your bank account frozen, except instead of losing access to your money, you're losing access to an entire government system. But that's not all. You think we're packed and done for the day. This story gets more interesting and boggling as it progresses. DOGE decided to go on a data shopping spree. They're trying to access everything from the Treasury Department's central payment system to the private information of millions of Americans stored by the Office of Personnel Management. It's like they're playing a twisted version of supermarket sweep, but instead of groceries, they're grabbing your social security numbers and bank account details. And if that wasn't enough, DOGE has also been making sweeping decisions on federal budgets, cybersecurity, and, because this wasn't chaotic enough, military operations. That's right. Somehow, in all of this, Musk now has a say in national defense strategy. It's like giving a teenager the keys to a nuclear submarine and saying, hey, just don't crash it, okay? Of course, the states weren't about to let this slide. A coalition of 19 attorneys general filed a lawsuit faster than you can say Kofifa. Their main argument? DOGE is about as constitutional as using the Declaration of Independence as a napkin at Mar-a-Lago. And the courts? They're not having it either. One federal judge in New York granted a temporary restraining order faster than Musk can tweet, "Funding secured." They've blocked DOGE from accessing Americans' most sensitive personal information and ordered them to destroy any records they've already obtained. It's like putting a child in timeout, except the child is a billionaire with access to government systems. And here's the kicker. Labor groups are suing too, challenging DOGE's authority over the Department of Labor. It's like a legal mosh pit, with everyone trying to stop DOGE from accessing their data. And let's not forget the real victims here. The poor, confused government employees who went to work one day expecting to answer emails and push paperwork, only to find themselves caught in a Musk-Trump fever dream. Imagine working at the EPA, thinking the biggest crisis of the day will be filling out budget reports, and instead finding out your department is now being run by a guy whose idea of problem solving is launching a Tesla Roadster into orbit. The wildest part? No one knows how this is going to end. Some legal experts are predicting DOGE will be declared unconstitutional within months. Others think it could survive, leading to a horrifying new precedent where billionaires can simply buy their way into government power. Because why stop at DOGE? Why not go all the way? Let's put Jeff Bezos in charge of the Pentagon, give Mark Zuckerberg control of the NSA, let Kanye West run the Federal Reserve. At this point, reality is one bad decision away from becoming a dystopian fanfiction. And speaking of dystopian fanfiction, it reminds me of a certain Sith Lord named Palpatine. You know, the guy who said, "I am the Senate." Yeah, that's basically what's happening here. Except instead of using the Force, Musk is using his Twitter account to justify his actions. That's it for tonight's episode of Legal Suit Decoded. Remember, folks, if the Founding Fathers had wanted billionaires running the country unchecked, they probably would have written the Constitution on stock options. Until next time, keep your Constitution close, your lawyers closer, and your email passwords written down in case DOGE deletes your account. And remember, in the immortal words of a great political philosopher, I am the Senate. Oh, wait, that was Palpatine. My bad.